Hello everybody, welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight44, aka Zect44. Today I'm going to be playing some more Lord of the Rings, The Third Age. And well, we have a little bit more to do on this side, and by a little bit more I mean, well, for the most part the entire video. The East Amnet Gullies is split between two areas, cut off by basically a cutscene, in which the first area is actually the longer of the two. Don't worry. Where I'm going right now, this half of the first area is mainly Urukai. The other half, the other side is mainly wargs, but that's like a warg den. Now, the middle generally tends to have a lot of orcs there. You go further up, and well, it doesn't really take all that much. All you really have to do is save one elf on the right side of the second area and an ambush. Not too much actually goes into these. The Urukai here, though, still pretty easy because I have Sleep Volley. You have no idea how amazing Sleep Volley is, especially with lingering sleep on enemies that are not immune to sleep. One of the best things about sleep is the fact that your attack is not going to miss when they're asleep. So if you have somebody like Hadhad who might miss a bit, having him doing I believe it was Durin Wrath. Was that the one? No, Mountain Rage is the one that did two hits, but the one that does 4 hits would actually be pretty good. I mean, look at this. He's never actually going to miss right there. If you have somebody like Barithor who also can actually hit quite a bit and tends to miss sometimes, having Gondor Rampage, none of that's going to miss. All 5 hits are going to connect. Elagast really is quite a useful character. Actually, one of the best things about Elagast is that later on, he has all of these different moves, especially when you actually get to Minas Tirith, there's a bow that you can get pretty early. That makes it so that if you go to the previous chapter, with one sleep volley, you can pretty much beat every single orc there. And it's a one hit, everybody's dead sort of deal. That's how useful Elagast is. Actually, his armor value actually goes. It's not like a Hadhad, Barithor, Idril. But compared to the other two companions we actually get, he actually fares fairly well with the armor value. The only one who's really going to suffer until late in the game is going to be the next one we're actually going to be getting. Now these, oh, Murder of Crows, I hate this move. This can do a lot of damage. 900, 1200. It all depends on who's actually, what their real stats are. Idril, though, is definitely one who's not actually going to feel too much for it. These guys are, well, immune to sleep, so that kind of sucks. And you don't want to paralyze them because they have the ability. Yeah, right here, I'm contemplating, should I paralyze him? What should I actually do to make sure he can't actually get me? But paralyzing would be a bad thing because then he can't use that weak-ass Orc Bash move. And, well, guess what he's going to be using? Yeah, somehow I probably should have thought a little bit more into this. Probably, yeah, Pierce Might would have been best. Not to mention is it doesn't really... Oh crap, I missed. Not to mention that Pierce Will really wouldn't have helped me. The Pierce Might, just in case he would actually have hit with Orc Bash, would have done even less damage. Now you definitely going to be going and doing Arrows of Sleep, right? Either that or Paralyzing Shot, probably Arrows of Sleep. Thing is, You actually go and make somebody go sleep. And you hit them with another move that actually will induce sleep. They're gonna continue to be sleeping. And you can just spam it all you want. The thing about it is, if they're already sleeping, the sleep volley arrows asleep combo is going to hit them again because you really can't dodge while you're sleeping. Though I don't think that I don't think there's any enemies that actually will make you go to sleep. There might be one instance that I can think of, but other than that, not at all. Oh, look, stalling. One more, and they probably should get me Fellowship Grace. Oh, no? Damn, I thought I had one more to get Fellowship Grace for a long, long ass time. Oh well, probably get that in the next chapter. Oh, and that missed as well. The Uruk-hai here kind of make you think that the Uruk-hai aren't going to be all that difficult to beat, but especially with those Uruk-hai captains, those guys with the damaging shield. In the next part, when they actually get incredibly tough to actually take down, the damaging shield, if you're not using Dispel, will beat you down. Oh, and I don't know if they actually get any more resistances. Ooh, look at that. Cracked Elfstone, a spear enhancement. Hey, Hadhad, buddy! You have now just become awesome again. This is the second point, and which is actually, well, useful to actually try and go and use Hadhad's spirit moves. His actual, before, his spirit powers went down so very quickly. His physical damage completely outclassed his spirit powers almost immediately. And the amount of AP to actually use those spear powers compared to those regular, just Axecraft, was so much more. You can pretty much get off or Mountain Rage if you want to do a shitload of damage, while Flaming Fury or Stone Shield, almost the exact same AP. Well, not almost a Flaming Fury, but still fairly high AP, and you're going to do a lot less to help you out with that. But now, it's still not going to be as good as your physical abilities. But once again, you can actually do stuff. Oh, damn. Hadhad, you're bleeding. And murder of crows, that's very bad. Nearly 1,100. Damn. They can do some damage, but they go down too quickly to really be of any, consequence to us. Like there, that actually would have been a one-hit kill. Oh, look at that. Another damaging shield. If I'm smart, I'll immediately go and attack that captain. Too bad, though. I don't know if... Yeah, he's actually normal to slow. If I actually had crippling shot, I would probably have used that and tried to make sure he doesn't actually have another attack. Because Hadhad, Elagast, probably not going to be able to take one of those attacks. And I definitely wouldn't want to have that, what was it called? Definitely wanted to have him do another damaging shield. Another damaging shield. Damn. Now, this sucks. What should I actually do with Hadhad? I could waste a shitload of AP, do Mountain Shield, waste a bit of AP, and use Stone Shield like I did. Or, I could have changed it out. But the thing, this part here, I can't really attack them without completely demolishing my defenses, my health. And that sucks so much. See, look, Hadhad, the captain, the Uruk captain, and Idril are all going to get another attack in before I can start dispelling them. And because it wasn't lingering sleep, I don't have lingering sleep yet with the Elagast that actually stopped. But here's the thing. You can't kill yourself by attacking somebody with the, what was it called? Damage, when they have the damage and shield up. And what I actually found out right now is you can actually attack somebody with your damaging, with somebody with has damaging shield if you have a stone shield up, and you won't actually get attacked. It will probably actually work on the, what was it called? The it will actually go and hurt the shield that you have up, but that's not going to be all that big a problem. Yeah, definitely go back to, yeah, dispel that. These guys suck. Oh, staggering slash. That would have been bad. Oh, good, it missed. The thing about it is, if he actually is stunned, well, the Barathor, I would have been in for some trouble with that damaging shield up. Yeah, come on, go attack that one. Oh, spear powers then. Come on. You know, you don't have to do crippling smash. Damn it, how am I so stupid? One Flaming Fury would have actually took that guy right out. Then I could have switched my, I could have just went straight after this guy. Though, always Loud Water Fury. Now, we're not actually going to be getting one of those polished elf stones of spear enhancement for a little while. Though, the amount of damage it's doing right now is going to be fine for the next couple of chapters. Plus, Idril's really not going to be a true damaging, a damage dealer in the 6th chapter anyway. Unless I have the Water Stallion ability. That basically is a bit more powerful than Loud Water Fury and attacks every single enemy. And it does a shitload of damage, trust me. Especially with the polished Elfstone of Spear Enhancement and the cracked Elfstone of Spear Enhancement. Just think, those effects do stack. You'll get like an extra 3,000 damage, or an extra 2,500 damage, plus an extra, what was it, like 7.5? So you're basically getting like an extra 10,000 damage with your spirit attacks if you have both of them on. And trust me, they definitely do make Idril pretty good. Even then, she starts to go to be not as good in the 9th chapter. Because then your guys face off against Mumakil. And that's actually when Barathor really becomes one of the best heroes in the game. Just because he can actually do a lot of damage with his attacks later on. Hadhad's weapons really start to not really outclass Barathor. Some of the later evil mode chapters will actually give Barathor really powerful weapons. The fact that he can hit 5 times with a Morgul Decay, and one of those little extra things, one of those little extra items that will make his attacks do some kind of other damage, like water damage, earth damage, or something like that. Very, very useful. You can actually do like 15,000 damage with each and every single hit. Or even more than that, I don't really remember. I haven't got to that point in quite a long time. Only got to the 7th chapter in my last playthrough. Even though I still consider the 6th chapter to be the hardest. But at that point, you're going to be doing like at least 75,000 damage to an enemy. And trust me, that's dead to everybody. But those damn Mumakil, they have way too much health. And they can also do a shitload of damage. Trust me. Although, I believe they are susceptible to crippling. Not stun. And I don't think they're susceptible to sleep at all. Which is one of the good things they can do right here. A lot of the status effects you can use now aren't as useful later on. For the most part, right now, you can still use almost all of them on a lot of your opponents. But later on, you can only use a few of them on your opponents. It's not like you're never going to be able to stun somebody at the very end of the game, or you're never going to be able to go and slow anybody at the very end of the game, or paralyze them, or whatever. You're still going to be able to do that. It's just you don't have too many options when it comes to the certain enemies. They might be weak to slow, but they're sure as hell not going to be going to sleep. They're not going to be paralyzed. They're not going to be stunned. But they can be slowed. Stuff like that. Now, that last fight we actually did is probably going to be one of the hardest fights we actually do here. This one right now is not difficult in the slightest. Until you do evil mode, and if you're unlucky, it can go south really, really quickly. It's like right there. Granted, no matter what, you're going to be doing more damage. You're going to probably have a lot more damage than any of the heroes can deal out in evil mode. But then again, also these enemies have like twice as much health as they would in evil mode. They only have like nearly 2,000 health. But they have like over 3,000 here. And, well, we are also doing like, we can do nearly like 4,000 damage with that Loudwater Fury. Or with Hadhad in perfect mode and critical hits. But they're definitely not doing that later in evil mode. It would be absolutely impossible. This is probably the evil mode chapter I hate most. This actual thing we just did right now is the last of the battles I think we have to do, and the evil mode for this chapter. It's also one of the hardest in the game. The chapter, not so much that battle. Thing is, the first chapter in it, the first battle is the hardest. You can easily die. Get past that, there's the second hardest one, in which you can still easily die. You fail the middle one, and you have to go back to the first one. If you're unlucky in the third one, you're going to actually have to go through the legitimately tough first and second battles. Why is the first one hard? Well, when we get to the ambush part, I'll show you exactly why. However, that huge-ass warg that you actually have to use is just... there's no challenge to it for the most part, unless you get some lucky shots in to actually be able to beat it in the regular game. Trying to beat Berethor, Elagast, and Hadhad with this one giant warg is a pain in the ass, trust me. Because if they get some lucky shots and if they get any crippling in, you're basically fucked.
We meet again on the other side.
You are transformed.
Yes, the need is great.
What are you doing here?
At this moment, warning you of orcs ahead.
No, we're not going to be able to use Gandalf in this fight. He's kind of an asshole. He tells us, he warns us of guys we can easily kill. And then he just leaves and doesn't actually participate in the fight. Even though we're going to be seeing him not too long after this. It's almost like they think you're just going to go straight to the second area. I know. quite annoying when games do that. Damn it! What is with... There... What was it? Company Valor, I believe, was the leadership ability that increases your hit ratio. And to be honest, and especially in a long fight with somebody like Berethor, I think it would actually be quite worth it. Berethor kinda sucks when it comes to actually hitting things sometimes. And also, Hadhad has his spear powers. Idril has his spear powers. The last guy we have has spear powers. Technically, Elgost has one at least. That Northern Storm and one of his ranger abilities. But he also has stuff like aim shot that rarely ever misses. Or can't even miss. I don't know. But he's not too likely to actually miss, though he will sometimes. And the another one of the characters, well, technically she can miss, but it's nowhere near as bad as Berethor. Berethor doesn't have any spear power. Spear powers pretty much hit all the time. I don't think they can miss. I really don't think they can miss at the moment. Not at all. But Berethor always has that chance to miss, especially when he's supposed to be going using something like Athelian Wrath and Gondor Rampage. He misses the first strike, that entire combo is gone. You've just wasted a shitload of AP, and that sucks. So Company Valor might actually be useful. The leadership abilities can be useful, can be good, but are in no way needed to beat this game. Except for Stand Fast. If you don't have Stand Fast by the 6th chapter, say goodbye to your... I didn't have it. I got it in the 6th chapter. I got Stand Fast in the 6th chapter. On the fight that I needed Stand Fast. That I realized I needed. Because the Uruk-hai Berserkers, veteran Uruk-hai Berserkers, have a shitload of health, can steal health from you, have a shitload of armor for some ungodly reason. The regular Berserkers have no armor. The veterans have so much armor. A lot of health, can steal health from you, can actually stagger you, can actually make you stunned. There's a lot of bullshit you can take with those guys, and they actually attack quite frequently. Not to mention there's also trolls there that can stun you. That isn't a happy fight if you don't have Stand Fast up. Not to mention there's 4 enemies you're actually taking out on that one. A troll and I believe 3 other Uruk-hai at the same time. That's not a fun fight. I'm going to say it again, especially if you don't have Stand Fast. The 6th actual chapter is the most difficult. It's kind of like Moria and going into East Emnet Gullies, and how East Emnet Gullies is like a breather chapter. Oh hell yes, it's chapter 7, the breather chapter. If it wasn't for the fact that you had extra party members for a lot of the fights, except the very last one in the 6th chapter, that probably would be a huge difficulty spike. Because all the extra party members you actually get are really powerful and basically what you're going to be using. It's not the Balrog fight kind of reliance on the extra party members. Gandalf was the only one that was actually useful in the Balrog fight. Except Idril, because she technically could heal Gandalf fully with Aura of Valor if he somehow died. But, and in the 6th chapter, every single fight, except for the last one, you have your extra guys, your extra party members, and they do so much damage. The fact that you're facing so many Uruk-hai, it's just... If you only had 3, it would be absolutely devastating. Especially with those huge bomber guys. Because if you leave those, they're easy to kill off, but if you leave them up too long, like you might actually have to, if you only have 3 characters, they're basically a one-hit kill. They'll blow one of your guys up, and it does a shitload of damage. Definitely enough to kill everybody, but maybe your extra party member. I'm trying not to spoil things, but it's kind of expected what's going to be coming up, even though I'm trying not to spoil anything. Oh, look, I actually kept in one of these menus. Oh well. And the next part, we're actually going to be finishing off the Stemdeck Gullies. It's so interesting seeing this go by so fast.